Hey, welcome back to another episode of Caffeinated CX, where we talk about customer experience and stuff, all in a hyper-caffeinated state. I'm your host, David. I'm the Caffeinated CXO, and this is the show. So, before we begin, if you'd be so kind as to like, subscribe, comment, rate, review, and share the show so we can make the show grow, because that's what we're all about. We want to get this message out to as many people as possible. So if you listen for the CX stuff, cool. If you watch for the game stuff, cool. Share the show. Share the show so we can make the show grow. But let's dive right into it. Episode 2 of Season 2. We're going to talk about the ROI of customer service. The ROI, the return on investment of customer experience. And don't let anybody tell you there is no ROI in customer service, because there is. And it's a big one if you do it right. If you do it correctly. If you don't do it correctly, it can be a massive pit of money and despair and disgustingness. If we're just taking this from the call center standpoint, right? The call center is where your marketing dollars and efforts can go to thrive or die. And you want that to be thriving. If you're in the home service industries, you want your call center to be flooding your board, your job schedule, with as many jobs as possible. And how do you do that? Not through shiny ads, not through widgets, and, well, I guess some widgets, but not through fancy scripting and fancy websites. Those all play a part, but who's booking those calls? More than likely, I'll give you a hint. It's the people you pay the least. There we go. By and large. I'm not saying all companies. No, that would be insane. I'm talking about most. So, and when you hear some of these stats, some of these figures, you might reconsider some things. You might not just look at your call center or your customer service department as a cost center. Yes, I know at the end of the day, it will be. Don't come at me for that. But maybe you can view it more of a value center. Or a profit center. I don't know. So, now, today, which is this day that you're listening to this, let's talk about what can make or break your business. That's right, the customer experience. That's why we're all here. That's why you clicked on this podcast. That or you know me. CX, customer experience. Wow. Okay, we're not just talking about customer service here. We're talking about building a culture and an ethos that elevates your business from good to great to unforgettable. Let's start with some basics, all right? Just the basics. Customer experience, good customer experience, isn't just a nice to have anymore, right? Oh, it'd be great if our customer service department and the rest of our customer facing employees were good and provided a good experience. Oh, that would be nice. No, that's not it anymore. That's not enough. It's a must have. It is imperative. So, here's some stats Here are some stats that you can use, that you can memorize, that you can embed in your brain. 68% of customers are willing to pay more for great service. A stellar customer service can boost your customer lifetime value by up to 1,400%. And increasing customer retention by just 5% can skyrocket profits by up to 95% at its upper limits. That is crazy. Imagine your business thriving not just because you sell, but because you serve phenomenally. Every client interaction, every touch point is an opportunity to outshine your competition. And in some industries, this is very, very easy. In others, it's a little bit more difficult. It's not about transactions anymore. It's about relationships. You have to treat each customer as an invited guest to a party where you are the host. But what happens when you get that wrong? What happens when your customer service is poor at best? Poor customer service costs businesses dearly. A single negative experience requires 12 positive ones to compensate. Over 65% of customers will jump ship to a competitor after just one bad experience. It's not just a missed opportunity, it's a potential spiral into loss and irrelevance. Customers today, let's face it, we all know this, are more informed, more connected, and more demanding. They don't just buy products, they buy experiences, they buy stories, and they buy trust. If they trust you, they'll stick with you. Nearly 90% of consumers trust companies that deliver a great service. So, maybe some personalization is in order here. Maybe some personalization. So, now, I'm a little... this can go too far, right? It can get a little creepy. But, knowing your customers' names, their preferences, their history with your brand, might be a good thing to know. It makes people feel valued, respected, and understood. Omni-channel support isn't just convenient, it's expected now. It's about meeting your customers where they are with the right message at the right time. So, do that. Someone wants to reach out to you through chat, answer your chats. If somebody wants to reach you through a phone call, answer the phone. If someone would just rather do everything online without having to talk to a human being, have that option as well. It's pretty easy. Maybe I should say it's simple. It may be not easy for most. So, your ability to connect with customers through whatever channel, right? Be it phone, email, social media, live chat, that can set you apart if you have all of them. If you only have one, and it's not one that can connect you to a customer right away, or to an employee, you know what I mean, then what is up? So, but now let's talk about challenges, okay? Because there's going to be challenges, baby. There's going to be some challenges out there. It's okay. It's to be expected. Every customer interaction is an opportunity to demonstrate your commitment to your customers. How you handle complaints and resolve problems can strengthen customer loyalty. Remember, an unhappy customer whose issue is resolved becomes a loyal advocate. It's not enough to just resolve complaints. You have to restore their confidence in your brand. Anything less than that is still a complaint and one that is unresolved. So, you're probably going to want a team, right, to help you with this. Yeah, probably. You're going to do it all yourself? I mean, kudos to you if you can. But your customer service team is your front line, your brand ambassadors. Investing in their training isn't just a good practice, it's essential. We all know this. We all live by this, don't we? High-performing service teams are not just more effective, they are your brand in action. They reflect your values, your commitment, and your brand promise. Do you have a brand promise? What is your brand promise? That's what should be reflected in your customer service team. Your customer service team should be living and breathing your company values with every interaction they have with each other and the customer. If they're not, you either haven't stressed the importance of that, you haven't trained them well enough, or you have the wrong people. I don't know if you have the wrong people in the customer service team seats or the wrong people in the leadership role. Sometimes it's best for leadership to look at themselves in the mirror. I don't know. So, obviously, invest in customer service as if your business depends on it. To be cliche, because it does. Train your team, empower them, give them the tools to succeed. Create a culture where every interaction is an opportunity to impress, to delight, and to win a customer for life. In a world where everyone is just trying to sell their shit, be the one who's giving value. Be the one who listens, be the one who solves, and be the one that delivers. That's how you don't just satisfy customers, that's how you create customers for life. The car alarm is very loud. So, now, with that all being said, with that all being done, I'm going to leave you with a couple thoughts here. Just, I'm going to have some parting blows, as it were. So, while I kill these ettins on the screen, your customer service department, your customer service team, your call center, they are the lifeblood of your business. They're the hub of your marketing efforts. And if you don't treat them accordingly, if you're just interested in cost cutting, then nothing good is going to happen. But if you switch your focus from just cost cutting and automating to actually making it so that your customer service people can win over the hearts and minds of your customers and create some customers for life, your business will thrive. It's all up to you which way you want to be. As we've proven here through the stats, well, raising customer retention just by 5% can have, such monumentous increase in profit. It's crazy. It's actually crazy to think about. So, it's been said that just a 2% increase in customer retention has the same effect on the bottom line as cutting your cost by 10%. That's crazy. That is nuts. I wish more people would care about that more. And actually, and I know, it's hard. It's hard to do all this, right? It's hard to care about the customer. It's hard to put your employees and your customers first, especially when you have monthly or quarterly targets to hit, right? Cutting costs, great in the short term, screws you up in the long term. So it's up to you. It's up to you. Do you want to depend on just an influx of new customers? Right? Eventually, you're probably going to run out. Or do you want to keep the customers you have while attaining new customers? I don't know. It's a pretty easy option. It's a pretty easy decision from where I sit, but what do I know? That's today's episode of Caffeinated CX. I'll see you guys next time.